Yeah, well, I had my issues with the Blue Jays, and I loved Oakville. I loved being up there, but the whole button and all that stuff there's just a Canadian mentality, and I don't know why it is or where it came from. It's just different. I don't know if it's just one of those situations that they just. I don't know if they didn't seem that they weren't excited. It's just, well, no big deal. Who cares? It's a Canadian. I got worn out too by Canadian fans, and it was different. I would have thought it would have been a different experience going back for kind of a homecoming kind of deal, because that's one of the reasons I signed up for Toronto. Mm-hmm. Is because I watched the Blue Jays. I love the Blue Jays. I want to go back and play in front of Canada and play in Canada and kind of do all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Not what I thought it would be like. So for not really walking back with open arms. It was weird. It was different, and I had people in Milwaukee mm-hmm. were more welcoming and wanting up me than the people of Toronto. And Minnesota, the same thing with Minnesota. It was, they loved me, and it was more of a welcoming, and they were just so excited that I was back, and it felt like they were rooting for me, and they wanted me to do well in Milwaukee and Toronto, in Milwaukee and Minnesota. And I went to Toronto, it was more of a feeling that they were hoping that I would do bad. It was a different feeling.
Yeah, that's very odd to me. That I can't believe that you actually had a negative experience with that. I mean, Twins fans, when you went to Toronto, we were very upset that we were going to lose you as a player. You would have think that being a Canadian, because obviously I know it's a little bit different, but Brett Laurie is from British Columbia, and he goes in there and he's a superstar in Toronto. So that's strange to me.
I don't know if it's the fact that he came up and I signed. Mm-hmm. Because the one thing with it is every article that was written about me in Toronto, I found out about this later. Mm-hmm. When I kind of left and they kind of talked about it, I said every article it said Corey Koskie, who signed for X amount of dollars in U.S. And it was really weird. And Laurie, he came up kind of as a rookie. And so I was a signing, and I signed for some pretty good money in Toronto, and it was just weird. It's just like, that's one of the things that I talked as I left. One of the reporters told me from Toronto, I said, Corey, the one thing I'm just absolutely amazed is they never said Corey Koskie did this, Corey Koskie did this. It was always Corey Koskie, who signed for this, who signed for this, who signed for this. It was interesting. Matt Stairs too had a great experience.
Yeah, Matt Stairs was loved up there.
Yeah, Matt loved it. And the thing with it is, Matt signed for a lower amount of money. He was kind of at the end of his career, and he just kind of squeaked out that year, and he just wanted to play Toronto.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. It was it's like they're mad at me for signing for so much, or I don't know. It wasn't worth it, or it was just weird. It was just weird.
That is, I'm literally taken aback listening to this, because I thought that would have been something that everyone would have loved that happened. And the contract you signed, you'd earned with the play that you had in Minnesota. So I don't understand why that's an issue.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see that. I don't know if that was the mentality that they don't think it. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. It is what it is. And the thing with it is, I had another offer with the Dodgers for significantly more money, and I was like, you know what? Let's just get this deal done with the Blue Jays, because I want to go back there.